Hi everybody, this is my second video on Halloween 2020. I did a post earlier, it should show up earlier in the feed, about how to work with a blue moon. So if you're interested in learning a little more about this full moon, blue moon, watch that. And this post is strictly going to be the tarot reading. So one thing that I've heard from astrologers, again, I said in the previous video, but in case you didn't watch it, I am not an astrologer. Astrology is very, very, very complicated. It involves a lot of study. People study it for 10 years in India sometimes, and it takes a lot of work. So I'm not an astrologer. I probably never will be an astrologer. I do sometimes bring astrology into the readings, but it's definitely not my expertise at all. So I have heard from astrologers, let me say, that this moon might be good for releasing things, for getting out of ruts. Again, I want to just encourage everyone, though, no matter what this reading says, I'm about to shuffle now, it's important to know that we're really overwhelmed right now. There's a lot of energy. I mean, I think even people that don't believe in energy in the way that I use that term would agree. There's so much stuff going on globally in the United States where I am. The election's on Tuesday. So if you're stressed and you don't want to do anything, don't do anything. It's fine. In my previous video, I mentioned a way you could work with the moon. Could. You don't have to. You can just look at the moon and be like, hey, moon, you're beautiful. You could not look at the moon and watch horror movies all night. I mean, whatever. This is just hopefully going to bring us some peace. So I'm actually going to pull just one card and see what this moon cycle, this coming moon cycle, might bring us. That being said, I may pull a few cards around it to clarify. Today I'm actually using, I'll show you the front. I'm using a different deck. This is Angel Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. I'm actually getting certified in using Angel Tarot cards, so I want to practice with them as much as I can. And they are, I mean, they're normal tarot cards, but they also, some of them involve archangels. So if an archangel comes, I can clarify a little bit about what that angel represents and what they might be bringing to the card. And I also, they're just kind of a little, I don't want to say less scary. I love traditional tarot because I'm like a spooky person. But you know me, super goth. But I really, this is kind of like more, you don't see the death card. It's there, but it's just different. You don't see the devil. So some people that are kind of freaked out by traditional tarot, like my mother, for instance, might be better with these cards because you're not getting the devil. And the devil really isn't a bad card for those of us that know tarot. But anyway, it might look a little different and I might see different things because there's different illustrations on them. So, as always, I'll be reading intuitively, although I will be looking at the cards. It's a little difficult because I'm in a weird place in my house, but I just say a prayer again. I want to just see something. So what I'm asking to see is guidance for this next moon cycle to come. This moon cycle that's happening right now. So what is this full moon bringing us? What do we need to keep in mind? With this moon, what is it bringing into our lives? We often talk about the moon as a very feminine figure, and sometimes we can think about the full moon as like pregnancy, like the fullness, right before you give birth, and just what's going to come into our lives now. So whatever seeds you planted, so to say, it's all very, harvesty and sexual, I guess, in a very natural way at the new moon, whatever you intend then, like what comes to fullness now. So, yeah, oftentimes we can see a full moon might bring us something. So, let's see. Wow, it seems about right. So, we have the Nine of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. This isn't necessarily what the moon's bringing, but what's happening. And I mean, that's totally what's happening in the world right now. I have to say, though, on this illustration, like, look at these sleepy unicorns. I mean, I just feel like it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. And Nine of Air is really, we're in our heads, you know? Air is the element of air, or swords in traditional tarot, is all about thoughts. So this to me, especially, like, I don't know, I just can't like the sleepy unicorn. Like, they're so, to me, this is like, it's not really that bad. It's our thoughts that keep us in this space. I think that's very true for what's happening now. I am going to pull an additional card, at least one more, to clarify. Because what do we do about this? And I mean, I'm just looking at this unicorn, like, I just think we need to rest. They're out in nature. I don't know. Just, it's a very peaceful feeling I get from this card, even though it's kind of a negative message. Nine, I'm not sure if it relates, but the number 9 is about life purpose. So I think some of us might be, I know this is for me, but it may fit other people too. The number 9 is really about starting on your life purpose. So I think we have this feeling that we need to go out and do something. And I'll tell you, part of the reason I haven't been making videos is that I've been getting these messages for months now to not go out, to stay in, not in a quarantine type way, but in a spiritual way, to go within. So, I don't know that we need to do anything, but that's just the feeling I'm getting from this first card. I'm going to pull at least one more and we'll see. Oh, Knight of Fire. I love the Knight of Fire. Knight of Fire reminds me of some people in my life, actually. So when I get this, it's like seeing your old friend. The Knight of Fire is this immediacy of action. Now, I feel that we have this sleepless night, so this idea that we have to take action. But I wonder if that's really true. This is going to be a 3-card reading because, wow, I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, like, are we supposed to take action or are we taking too much action? Because the Knight of Fire could also mean, like, kind of thinking things through a little more. Like, you're just charging ahead with no thought. But the first one to me is, like, too much thought. So I think we need a 3rd card. I'm sure you all don't care. You're like, whatever, Cora. Give us all the cards you want. Okay. Just me. I'm confused, you know? Sometimes you get a reading and you're like, I'm confused. I mean, the Knight of Air makes total sense. The Knight of Fire kind of makes sense. But I think, you know, we need 3. The Knight of Fire can also be a person. Oh, wow. Ace of Water. That's so nice. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So this is like resurgence of a relationship, falling in love. Ace is the beginning. So spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, a new home. Well, people, here's what I'm going to say. I do believe this is past, present, future. I wasn't sure. Or even situation, action, outcome. It works for all of those. A lot of people, those are the main reasons or the main ways that we read a 3-card spread. We are trapped in our brains. We are trapped in our brains. This is where we are. the action we must take, the present, and the past can be the immediate past. The present is right here when we choose it. This is to charge forward. One of the people that this card reminds me of is a friend of mine who never sits still and is running around and just like, I'm exhausted just looking at them. But it's really like, we got to do something. Like, thinking isn't working. Thinking is driving us into a hole. We have to do something. And maybe we can't do something about these things that are worrying us. But what can we do something about? And that's something I've been asking myself a lot recently. Like, what can I do something about? You know? What can I take charge of? And there's a lot of things in our life that we can take charge of. And the Ace of Water is just like, to me, the depths of blue peace. So peaceful. And it really is just like renewal. So what I would say to everyone based on this is I don't know if you all are feeling it, but I'm feeling a lot of energy around this moon. Like, I'm feeling like frantic energy. Like, today I was like running, like driven by a motor, and I was sick all week. So for me to be like, it's kind of, like, why? I'm still not 100%, but I'm going. So I think there's a lot of this energy, a lot of this like passionate, I just saw 1111, gonna send you guys some of that. Good luck. There's a lot of that energy in the air. But then we also have the Ace of Water. I just think that use that energy. If you're also feeling high energy, that's how I'm feeling right now. And kind of like strung out nervous energy too. It's not necessarily like pleasant, but use it. Go forward and focus. We can't look at all the shit in our world we cannot control. I mean, I'm not even going to say it because all of it's triggering as fuck. But isn't it so great now that I don't teach that I can like wear whatever I want while making a video and say the F word? It's great. I should just say it some more. Fuck. Okay. So we got to focus on what we can take care of. It's so easy to get buried in our thoughts, and our thoughts are not helping us right now. We're expecting the worst. Nothing good is happening from that. Okay. That's interesting. I felt such calm from this first card because it is like, on the reality, there's so many things we cannot control, but what can we control? What are we passionate about? What do we care about? What do we want to take action on? And then we're going to have it though. We're going to either have something new and wonderful, a resurgence of something, or kind of renewal of something old. So, I hope that reading is helpful to you. It definitely speaks a lot to me personally, but I can also see how it applies globally. And as always, let me know in the comments if you have questions. And hope you all have a great Halloween, great start to November, great Scorpio season. Already got the water. And Night of Fire is such a Scorpio, right? Maybe a Leo. But anyway, lots of Scorpio energy here too, I feel. So enjoy, take care. I may do a reading for Scorpio season. We'll see. I missed my own season, Libra season. Oh well. Anyway, take care. Yeah. Talk to you soon.